And welcome, everybody. Hopefully you can hear me. We are live from Meadville, Pennsylvania in some nasty, nasty weather. I'm not sure what it's like back in Findlay, but it is coming down hard outside here in the Commonwealth. Game one of the Meadville Bulldog Invitational Tournament. It's going to be a tough one. Findlay Trojans come in here with a record of 16 wins, 8 losses, 1 tie. Coming off a fantastic weekend in which they swept a couple of conference foes, Perrysburg and St. Francis. They'll be taking on the Indians of Township, Pennsylvania. Very, very strong team out of western Pennsylvania in the Pittsburgh suburbs. I believe ranked number 16 in the state of Pennsylvania. Coming in with a record of 8 wins and 7 losses in a very tough schedule. If you look at the Hockey Rankings website, this team around the same level as, say, St. Francis. So a tough team, and to give you some context there, rated very similarly to St. Francis. So definitely not a out-of-reach sort of game for the Trojans, but a battle to be certain. Of course, been on the road, the Trojans have. It's a 4-hour ride from Findlay. Should be a good one. I'm going to go ahead and give a disclaimer if you're watching. I have been sick all week, and my voice is not at its best, and my energy is not at its best, so I'm probably not going to be yapping through the entire game like I normally do, but I'll make sure and hit the highlights. Got only about a minute left of warm-up. So once again, Findlay here in their road blues. We're taking on Peters Township in their home whites here in first game of this tournament. This is one of those games, tournaments with period scoring. So whoever wins each period matters in this one. Just to review that, whichever team scores more goals in a given period earns 1 point. If the team scored the same number of goals in a given period, then each team gets a half point. And then at the end of the game, the team that wins earns 2 points, so a total of 5 points available in the game to be split between the two teams in some way. 2 other Ohio teams here in this 8-team tournament. Shaker Heights, a very familiar opponent, and the Medina Bees as well, both Cleveland area teams. The lighting in this rink doesn't look fantastic, at least on my phone. It looks like the players are kind of shadowed, but that's just the way the lighting in here is. Looking out on the ice for any injury situation. The only one I'm curious about here is Noah Schramko. He's been out with a concussion. Looking on the ice, I do not see him on the ice at the moment, but I could just be missing him. Looks like we may still be missing Noah Schramko. Team's getting ready to line up here. 15 minutes on the clock. I don't think they're going to go through all the dog and pony show they go through at home. Maybe. Nope, looks like we're just going to get right to it. Looks like the starters for the Trojans going to be up front. Sam Swisher Connor Stearns, Jackson Fleckner. On defense, Caleb Hobart and Nate Regal. And in goal, senior Seth Russell. Connor Stearns, of course, with that game-winning goal in overtime versus St. Francis last weekend. All right, we're getting ready to go. And like I said, I'm probably going to not be quite as verbal as usual. It's Connor Stearns right there skating it in. Trojans have taken possession after the opening faceoff. Stearns behind the net over to Swisher. There's a big pole in my way. Swisher out in front for Fleckner, but goes all the way through. That's not going to be icing. It went off the stick of a Peters player. Oh, Hobart missing on that one. And stolen. Back out to the point and goes to the far corner. Sorry about the poles. That's just the way this rink is set up. There's nowhere. They're not going to set up without them. Nate Regal picks it up, sends it out of the zone, looking for Draven Wilson. Wilson got a stick on it, no icing. Simon Tanner chasing it behind the net now. It's like Tanner is in there, Wilson also. Peters comes out with it. Good cross ice here to the near side. That pass stolen by Wilson and flipped back into the neutral zone for Simon Tanner. He's got some room up the near side. Oh, good defense there by Peters to get the puck away. AJ Savage on the puck now. This pass goes beyond Marshall, and Peters sends it back behind the Findlay net. Icing the call, we'll go back. Nathan Marshall in on the face-off for the Trojans. That's Caden Weasel now. Dumping it in for the Trojans. Turner Merrill sends it out in front, stolen back away by Peters and brought back through the middle. Steal by, is that Marshall? Up to the corner and back out to the point with that shot. Dylan Peters' first shot of the game, I think, for either team. That one off net, but caught in the glove of Seth Russell. Oh, we have a shot counter here on the scoreboard. A lot of teams have those. Very few teams actually run them. Connor Stearns on the puck behind the net now. Ooh, Stearns with the shot goes off the pad of the goalie and comes out. We'll see if they count that a shot. I would. Oh, that one went off the skate of Fleckner from Regal. Brian Moss in now. This wall, that's going to be Connor Stearns sending it up for the Trojans. That shot saved by Russell. Rebound out. Dangerous spot. Top of the slot. Peters still in possession. Bringing it around near side. Board battle won by Findlay. It's going to head back all the way down, and that'll be icing. Colin Somerville in now on the draw for the Trojans. Puck comes right back to the face-off circle and sits there untouched for a second, and then Finley dumps it back in. Colin Somerville on the run now. Comes near side, goes across looking for Wilson, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Peters and brought out of the zone. Sent right back in by Phillips. Finley has to tag. Pressure coming in from Tanner. Stopped by Phillips. Now back to Hobart. Hobart for Wilson. Wilson gets a stick on it and dumps it in. Icing waved off there as Hobart picks it up near the Finley goal. Oh, then right back to Peters. Dangerous possession here as they come around. Defended well by Phillips. Russell gets a stick on that one as it goes in and up and into the net. Little Jay-Z. I'm gonna make my video get deleted off YouTube. You gotta turn that down. Off the face-off, it's Connor Stearns pushing it in to offensive territory for the Trojans. Slows it down, goes to the middle for Fleckner. Fleckner pulls it back in, shoots. Save, and the cover made. First shot on goal for the Trojans so far in this game. With 10:13 to go in the first. Swisher on the face-off. Stearns looks and shoots. That one saved. Puck out of the zone. That's going to be icing. Just under 10 minutes to go in the first. Somerville on the draw for the Trojans. Draven Wilson with a quick shot. Goes somewhere. I guess up and out of play. Everybody seemed to be looking for it for a minute. We'll face off again in the same spot. Somerville again for the Trojans. Nobody's got it yet. Peters pulls it out. It's going to go around behind their nets. Kept in by Savage. Savage sending it toward the net, but picked up by Peters and sent out. Savage intercepting that pass. Goes back into Finley territory. Regal is there. Regal up for Somerville. On the far boards, it's a 2-on-2 here as Peters enters offensive territory. Shot on Russell, saved with the blocker. Puck up and out of play on the near side. Both teams seem to be really just kind of feeling each other out here. Very unfamiliar opponents. A couple offensive possessions for both teams. Peters leading in shots on goal 4-2 right now. Pulled Phillips on the puck. Pass for Weasel. It's sent the other way. Phillips again. For Moss. Now Phillips to Weasel. Weasel's pass for Merrill is picked off and brought back. Defended well by the Trojans. Shot coming in from the point. Puck gets stolen from Weasel. It's in the far corner. High slot shot, saved Russell. That was a good shot. Merrill dumping it in for the Trojans as they change lines. Peters picks it up in their own ends. Jackson Fleckner sending the puck the other way. He sends it toward net from deep. Followed up by Stearns. couldn't put it on net, but kept it going the right way. Caleb Hobart now through traffic to Stearns. Stearns tries to center. It goes off the goalie's pad. Right out in front for Swisher. Swisher tried to turn it around quickly. Went a little wide. Swisher had a bad angle on it, but made the most out of it, it looked like. And now Peters bringing it back out. Good stick check by Savage. Pinned on the far boards. Hobart on the puck now. Sends it to the corner. Then maybe the defensive change. Simon Tanner trying to keep it in, but break out here. 2-on-1, 3-on-1 for Peters. That shot goes high off the boards. Back out to the point. Got to take it to the middle. Now far side. Near corner, Savage gets a hold of it. Tries to get it off the boards. He finds Wilson. I see one person saying that they're having trouble with the picture freezing. I don't see that on my end, but if the rest of you do, let me know. I'm on the rink Wi-Fi here. If it is problematic for a lot of people, I'll see if I should get off the Wi-Fi and just use cellular data. But again, the weather outside is terrible, so that might have something to do with it. Colt Phillips on the puck. Cross ice, we have Turner Merrill chasing it down on the far side. Centered, Merrill got a stick on it, but couldn't put it on net. Pass from Marshall. Marshall picks it back up at center ice and flings it back the other way. Right around 6 minutes to go in the first period. No score. It's going to be icing. We'll come back this way. Face off in the Finley end. It's going to be Sam Swisher. Comes to the corner. A shot and a quick whistle. Off just outside the defensive zone. Caleb Hobart backs it up for the Trojans, sends it up, nice pass up to Phillips. Phillips looking for Fleckner, gets deflected by Peters. Now it's Savage. Behind the Peters net, tied up on the board. Swisher gets in there and tries to get it off the boards. Peters comes out with it. Fleckner sends it back the other way. Swisher chasing it. Peters gets there first. They're going to send it out. No, picked up by Stearns. Stearns puts it on net. That save is made. Looks like the save made, dropped, and then covered. It's going to be a face-off in the offensive end for the Trojans. Somerville, Tanner, and Wilson up front. Moss and Regal in back. Peters picking up that face off and sending it out, but that's going to be icing. And we'll come back the other way. Face off again in the offensive zone for the Trojans. It's Somerville. Out to Regal. No. Up to the corner. Now back to Regal, but out of the zone. Regal has to play with it a little bit. Sends it up to Wilson. Now to Somerville. Somerville dumps it into the corner. Tanner pressuring the puck behind the net. Wilson comes in. Big hit by Wilson. Both players go down. And Peters with an opportunity here. Regal tracking. up to the far corner. Somerville tries to get a stick on a good pass out here to the point. And that shot, Russell had that tracked the whole way. Save made. 4.5 minutes remaining in the first. No score. Jackson Fleckner had a stick on it, but then stolen away. Oh, gets going in the right direction. Connor Stearns passes up to Fleckner. Nice shot. Fleckner shot deflected. That Stearns to Fleckner connection is working pretty well. Steal by Regal. He pushes it into the zone and dumped back around by Peters. Race to the puck in the Findlay end, picked up by Peters. Right out in front. That shot saved by Russell. That was a point-blank one. You almost want to blame the shooter on that one because he shot it right at Russell from like 12 inches out. Russell just didn't have any room to move. That shot saved, rebound out by Findlay and dumped. That's going to be icing. Face off in the Findlay zone. It's going to be Nathan Marshall. Pushed out of the zone and chased by everybody. Turner Merrill putting pressure on the puck for the Trojans. Picked up in the neutral zone by Marshall. It's going to be offside. So Marshall tries to pin it and then brings it in. Shoots. Puts it on net. Goalie makes a save. Goes to the corner. Merrill dumps it around to the near side. Board battle on the near side. Comes out in possession of Peters. Sent back in by Savage. Trojans change. Under 3 minutes to go here in the first. Philip Harbour with a nice play on the puck there. Looks like the puck is under AJ Savage here on the boards. Finally pulled out by Peters and sent to the far corner. Stolen by Savage. Savage fishes it around the board to Wilson. Wilson taps it up to Tanner. Tanner brings it up the near side. Oh, he was looking for Wilson in the middle, but went just behind him, and now Peters back on the counter. Russell comes out and hands it off to Regal as Peters changes. Oh, Regal and Phillips having a miscommunication. Phillips for Somerville. Somerville comes up the near side. He puts it a little wide of the net from deep. Maybe looking for a rebound there. That's how we beat St. Francis in overtime, was Somerville going far pad. Simon Tanner with a nice touch into the offensive zone. Stolen by Peters in their own end. 1:42 to go in a scoreless first period. Oh, Nate Regal shoots from just behind the blue line. It went off the knee of Sam Swisher and almost went in the net, but offside called because Regal is behind the blue line there. So we're going to go all the way back. .135 remaining in the first. Swisher on the faceoff. Shot and a save by Russell. Another shot and save. Face off in the Findlay end. It's going to be Somerville. Over to Savage. Savage up and out of the zone. Picked up by Peters, pressured by Wilson and Fleckner. Back into the offensive zone. Peters looking for an opportunity. High slot. Kicked aside by Tanner. Now it's going to be Draven Wilson. Pushed it just a little hard. Would have had a nice breakout there, but had to push it around the defender and got a little ahead of him. Opportunity here. Russell had to come out and play that one, or that was going to be a one-on-one. Nice job by Seth Russell, and now Draven Wilson pushing it into the offensive zone for the Trojans. Oh, a stick came flying toward us. I didn't see from whence it came, but Sam Swisher now shoots a little wide off the board. Savage picks it up on the board, drops it for Stearns, but that's intercepted. 2-on-2 developing here. Russell missed on the cover. Seth Russell diving out to make the cover, missed it, and Skater put it in right behind him. Makes the score 1-0. Peters with 19 seconds left in the first. Really unfortunate goal there. And again, this is a tournament with period scoring, so winning each period matters. Sam Swisher on the face-off for the Trojans. Down 1-0. Puts back to the far corner, 10 seconds remaining in the first. 4-3, looks like that's going to do it for the first period. I think that they are not going to run the Zamboni between the first two periods. I think they're going to run it between second and third.
Dr. Paul Shook, Tom Westphal, Kevin Straub, Tim Horton, Fox, and Vantage. Thank you for support.
Shots in the first period. It's like Peters, 12 shots on goal, one of them in, so 11 saves for Seth Russell in that period, and 6 shots on goal for the Trojans. The Indians will get 1 point of the 5 available for this game for winning the first period. Switching ends. Looks like the starting lineup for the Trojans to start the second is going to be Somerville, Tanner, Wilson up front, Hobart and Phillips in back, and Russell in the net. Draven Wilson off the boards, looking for Simon Tanner, sent back the other way. Hope Phillips now up the boards looking for Tanner, but picked up by Peters. Phillips with some nice stick work, sends it to the near side. Simon Tanner dumping it in. Chased by Wilson and Somerville. Kept in by Hobart. Wilson gets it picked off. Pass to the near side. Peters looking. Trying to go back door, but off target. Draven Wilson has some room up the far side. He sends it around the boards. Simon Tanner checking his surroundings. Peters sending it out of the zone, and Savage sending it right back. Trojans change. Icing waved off. AJ Savage picks it up behind the net as the Indians change. Oh, and that pass up for Swisher just a bit off of his stick, and that'll be icing. Sam Swisher on the face-off. Corner, now it's Savage. Savage around the boards. Savage for Stearns, goes off his stick hard to the far boards, but he catches up to it and sends it around again. Now Swisher. Back to Savage. Savage fights off the attacker and manages to send it back the other way, but Peters picking it up and sending it down. That's going to be icing, and we'll face off in the offensive zone. Nathan Marshall on the draw for the Trojans. Over the middle, Jackson Fleckner with a chance. Shoots, save. Merrill gets the rebound, and now he's tied up on the boards. That clear attempt blocked by Marshall and pushed back to the blue line. Now it's a race for it on the near side. Peters gets there first. Sent back the other way by the Trojans. Peters goalie hands off. Trojans approach slowly. Out of the zone, that could be no icing. Waved off. Ryan Moss goes across to Phillips. Phillips up for Merrill. Goes off his stick. Picked up by Peters and sent up the near side. Nathan Marshall with some room. Dumps it to behind the net. Chased by Merrill. Picked up by Peters. And, got a cherry picker here. Off his stick pretty hard. Caleb Halbert gets there. Sends it up. Icing waved off. Colin Somerville skating hard to the back boards. Takes a hit. Puck comes out to the corner. Looks like Simon Tanner's going to get there first. He finds Somerville. Somerville in a battle for it. Sends it back around to Tanner. Tanner just missing on the puck. I think he's going to take a hit. I can't tell what's going on in that corner. But would have been an opportunity there for the Trojans. That's going to be icing. As the puck shoots all the way down. Couple shots on goal for the Trojans in this period so far. Still down 1-0 with just under 12 minutes to go in the second. Sam Swisher on the face-off. Back to Stearns. Stearns gets a stick on it. Looked like he tried to put it on net, but ended up in the middle. Comes off the boards. Oh, that one went off the boot of Swisher. Right into the stick of a Peters player. Picked up in the back end by Hobart. He sends it off the glass into the neutral zone. Savage sends it back the other way. Stearns off the boards. Into Finley territory. It's going to be Savage again. Savage round for, oh no, I take that back. I do see Noah Schramko. It's the first time I've seen him on the ice tonight. Welcome back, Noah Schramko. AJ Savage blocked the puck, didn't realize it, and had to look around for it. Luckily, he figured out where it was before things got ugly. That puck went off the shoulder of Merrill to stay in the offensive zone. Jackson Fleckner gets there. Fleckner again, dumping it in for the Trojans. He goes down on the near boards. Puck still in play. Comes out Peters' direction, but clicked right back over by Marshall. Peters in possession in their own ends. Finley pressuring. Shot and save by Russell. Regal trying to exit the zone. Kept in, but sent right back out by Marshall. Now it's Jackson Fleckner up the near side. He puts it on net as the Trojans change. Peters in possession as we go under 10 minutes to go in the second. Nate Regal with a nice deflection. Now puck in the offensive zone for the Trojans. Draven Wilson playing with a little bit. He circles around and it gets stolen. I think everything was pitch black for a couple of seconds, and then the emergency generators came back on, and then everything came back on, but the Wi-Fi was down for a little while. I've mentioned it a couple times. The weather here is pretty nasty, so you haven't missed much. Trojans have been in the offensive zone most of the time that we were gone. Finley had a really close scoring chance while we were out of commission, but not able to put it in the back of the net. So hopefully the power will stay on the rest of the way. That was kind of scary. It was absolutely black in this building there for a couple of seconds. Still 1-0, 8:14 to go in the second. Trojans really had some good offensive looks during the Wi-Fi break. Maybe the Wi-Fi needs to go out again and we'll score a goal. Offsides whistled on the Indians. Those of you who are just now joining us again, yeah, we lost power here at the rink. Everything was pitch black for a couple of seconds. It was kind of wild and kind of scary, and then of course that included the Wi-Fi. So, but I think we seem to be pretty steady right now. Face off in the Finley end. Colin Somerville. Nate Regal ends up with it. He's in the far corner. Looks up ice. It's behind the back to Savage. Savage off the boards. It's going to be picked up by Peters and sent back the other way. Kept out by Savage. Wilson taps it into the offensive zone. Off the boards, it's Savage again. He's got to dump it. Trojans chase 7 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the second period. Draven Wilson with a good look. Takes a shot and a save made. We need shots. Shots creeping back to even between the two teams. 14 shots on goal right now for Peters Township and 11 shots on goal for the Trojans. Face off in the offensive zone. This is going to be Sam Swisher. That's the slot turned around by Schramko. Schramko's pass gets deflected, but it's right to Swisher in the middle. Now it's going to be pulled out by Peters. That was almost a good look from the Trojans. Now a good look for the Peters. Oh no, good steal for Swisher. Swisher to Schramko. Schramko looks and shoots. Save. Swisher shooting on the rebound. Goes a little high. Puck up the near side. Colt Phillips defends. Save made by Russell. And now off the board, Stearns makes a nice move around. He's one-on-one with the defender. Wow! Whoa! What was that? Connor Stearns with some of the best body control I have seen. Holy, wow. What a everything. What a move. What a turnaround. What a shot. Oh my goodness. That was insane. Connor Stearns. Wow. Okay. Chalk one up to the junior, ties the game. Wow. Wow. Score is 1-1 with 6 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Wow. In the second period. All right. Man, that was something. Simon Tanner on the near side. Draven Wilson gets around the defender. He's going to push it through. He shoots. That was a good look, too. Goalie had to make a quick save down to his left.
The goal was scored by number 6, Connor Stearns, assisted by number 8, Cole Phillips, and number 14, Sam Swisher.
So Phillips and Swisher on the assists to the Stearns goal. I don't know if Connor Stearns is keeping a highlight reel, but if he is, that one needs to be on it. That was, whew. That's my goal of the year candidate right now. Up the near side, Peters on the puck, trying to push it into Finley territory. Regal chases it down in the corner. Somerville behind the net, looks up and finds Tanner a little behind. Regal's going to get there. Switches places with Tanner and puts it just wide, hard off the boards. Sam Swisher coming off the bench, able to keep it in. Fairco trying to keep it in, scoots out into the neutral zone, but Finley pushes it right back. Peters in possession now, off the glass. Skater gets around Regal, and his centering pass goes past the shooter. That was going to be one-on-one with Russell. A nice steal here for Schramko, but hard first touch. Through pass, a little hard. Colt Phillips is going to pick it up for the Trojans. Phillips again. In Finley territory. The pass for Marshall goes hard off his stick and right back to Peters. Shot through traffic. Russell tracks that one, makes the 1-1 your score, 4 minutes, 11 seconds to go in the second period. Peters Township won the first period. Trojans leading in the second at the moment. Behind the net, Colt Phillips touches it along. Savage sending it the other way. No, that was Wilson, excuse me. Up to Tanner. Tanner for Somerville in the middle. Somerville pushes it into the offensive zone, follows it. A lot of defenders there, but Simon Tanner gets his foot on it. Pushed out of the zone, and then Savage sends it back. Number 52, Scouvert for the other team, and Savage having some words after some pushing. Puck to the near side, hit by Phillips. Puck in the corner. Tanner sends it out of the zone. Off the stick of Wilson, but picked back up by Peters. Somerville up to Savage. Phillips with some room. He finds Tanner. Tanner pushes it into the offensive zone, but that's going to be icing. We're going to face off down here. Sam Swisher on the face-off for the Trojans. thought he was pushing up a little too hard, so Shramko going to take his place. Referee frustrated with everybody. That's going to be Stearns. They're going to try number 3 here. Put back to the point for Moss. Moss up to Swisher and then to the middle for Shramko. Defended well. Kept in by Hobart. There's a whistle. Looks like we're going to face off. Just outside the zone. Under 3 minutes to go now in the second period. Tied up at 1. And Swisher pushing it into the offensive zone. Kept in by Swisher. Swisher to the middle, but only Peters there. Back into the neutral zone. Good pass to the center for Peters. They're going to shoot. That shot's deflected, but Russell gets a glove on it. Sorry, it wasn't far enough over. He didn't miss anything, except Seth covering it up. Face off in defensive end, 2 minutes, 30 seconds to go, Somerville for the Trojans. Tanner on the near side, off the boards, picked up by Peters. Sent the other way, good stick by Tanner, ends up on the stick of Wilson. Wilson dumps it in to the offensive, follows it. Savage from the neutral zone. Trojans have to tag. Colin Somerville pressuring the puck now. Would have been a high stick on, I don't know how high stick called. High sticking on Finley, so we'll face off in the defensive zone. Sam Swisher. Connor Stearns up the boards on the near side. Oh, number 8 for Peters is also last name Phillips. So a couple of number 8 Phillipses. I'm not sure if his first name's Colt, but AJ Savage brings it up the near side. Battles through one player. Battles through a couple of players and then touches it over. Oh, just off the stick of Regal. Regal turns and shoots. Goes off of a defender. It's back out. Finley can't get there, and now Peters on the counter. They bring some numbers. Savage deflecting that shot. Puck gets a little close to Russell, so he pulls it in and covers. We'll face off in front of the Finley net with 1:08 to go in the second period. Knock on wood here, no penalties in this game so far for either team, so well played, clean game, and going by pretty quickly. It's going to be Somerville on the face-off. A quick turn and shot from Peters forces another face-off. Back to the point there, Phillips shoots. Yeah, Phillips is also a defender. That's the point. That shot's through traffic. Goes high to the near board. Simon Tanner pushes it out and into the neutral zone. Draven Wilson on it now. Goes across to Hobart. A lot of pressure coming in from Peters. Simon Tanner up the boards to Wilson. Wilson touches it into the offensive zone, but off the board, Simon Tanner kicks it over to Wilson. Wilson, good pass, backhand over to Somerville. Somerville shoots. Puck goes high, gloved and brought down by Tanner. Tanner trying to go to the middle, but just off target. Wilson touches it back over 18 seconds to go in the period. Sam Swisher in the corner now, tied up. Out to the middle and sent hard off the boards by Peters. They're going to get there first. 6 seconds to go, 5-4. Oh, and a shot's coming in. That was saved by Russell and then cleared out by the Trojans, and that's going to do it for the second period. So the Trojans pick up a point for winning the second period. And in the game, we're all square at 1. They are going to run the Zamboni here between the second and third period, so we'll take a break for about 10 minutes. Tied up at 1. Good game. No penalties. Pretty even on shots. Trojans with 15 shots on goal. Peters Township with 20. And spectacular goal by Connor Stearns in that period. So we'll take a break. We'll be back in about 10. From Meadville, Pennsylvania. Sunny, balmy, warm Meadville, Pennsylvania. Welcome back, folks, to Meadville, Pennsylvania. Just checked outside. The snow has stopped, so it's snowy, but not snowing, which is nice. We got a tie game here. Finley Trojans 1, Peters Township Indians 1. It's been a really good game. The first period was scoreless until 19 seconds remaining when just a kind of stroke of chance, a missed cover by the goalie Russell, put home by Peters. And then about midway through the second period, Connor Stearns just kind of looked like a ballet dancer out there, turning and circling and going around and taking it all the way in, and beating the goalie to tie it up. So each team wins the period, tied up at 1 right now. Next game for the Trojans will be here at this rink tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. We'll be taking on the McDowell Trojans out of Pennsylvania. So Battle of the Trojans tomorrow morning at 9, and then we'll close out the preliminary round of this tournament at 2:15 p.m. against Cathedral Prep out of Erie. Got some history there from earlier in the season. Starters for the Trojans. The third period here will be Swisher, Stearns, and Tramco up front. Savage and Regal in the back. Savage, a lot of pressure from behind, goes off the boards. Sam Swisher takes a look, shoots, puck's still out. Tried to backhand his own rebound in, but couldn't quite catch up to it. Goalie did make the save, but man, that rebound landed right in front of him. Puck still in Finley territory, but Peters feels like they're going to send it out. Nope, kept in for the moment by Regal, but then kicked back out by Peters. Finley changing lines. Nate Regal on the puck, sends it to the near side for Savage. Savage looking for a long one to Wilson. That was picked up, and now Simon Tanner, with an interception of his own, brings it around. He shoots it and into the glove of the Peters netminder. And we'll face off in the offensive end with just under a minute gone here in the the third period. Colin Somerville in on the draw. That's a Hobart. To the back wall. Simon Tanner chases it down, goes off the boards. Oh, it gets just past Phillips. Hobart gets back to turn it around. Draven Wilson now up the near side. Lost it for a second. Peters picked it up. Behind the net, it's Tanner. Tanner pins it on the boards, looking for help. Here comes Jackson Fleckner. Hobart shoots off the stick of this player and then off of Fleckner. There's a run for Peters. Nathan Marshall kicks it out of the slot over to Hobart. Hobart brings it up the far side, but into the offensive zone. Gets tapped away. Turns it around behind the net. Now it's center. Jackson Fleckner had a chance, but it was pulled away, and now Peters pushing it through. Seth Russell goes off his pad. Picked up in the corner by, who was that, Regal. Now Marshall over to Fleckner. The two of them kind of converge, but what comes out to the point, that shot's going to go. Now it's a save, a little easy save there for Russell. Didn't come in quite as hard as I think the shooter wanted it to. Turner Merrill takes a big hit. High slot, dangerous position here. Now comes back out to the point, shoots through traffic, knocked away. Picked up by Regal behind the net. Regal reverses. Looks up ice for Fleckner. Turner Merrill bringing it into the offensive zone. Poked right back out by Peters. Picked up at center ice by Ryan Moss. Ryan Moss sends it to the corner. Sam Swisher now with a good look. Shoots. Rebound out. Connor Stearns follows it. Oh, man. A couple of shots there by Stearns. Rebound right back to him, but couldn't put it on. Couldn't get it past the goalie. A couple saves there. Good flurry for the Trojans. That's as close as you can get to scoring without actually doing it. And we have a whistle. Not sure what the call was. We will face off down on the Finley end. Swisher on the face-off. Out to the point for Peters. Puck's loose, still dangerous. The shot, oh, nice save by Russell. It's still dangerous and finally cleared out by the Trojans. Wow, great save there by Russell. And then heads up by the Trojan defense to clear it out. That's kind of the reverse of what just happened down here for Finley. Peters on the puck in Finley territory. Behind the net, oh, good backdoor look there, but couldn't connect. And now Colt Phillips brings it up the far side over to Schramko. He gets tapped away from Schramko, but nope, out of the zone there. Savage taps it out for Somerville. He's under a lot of heat. Looks for Savage. Savage up for Schramko, but just beyond his stick. And it's going to be icing. And we'll come back this way with about 10.5 minutes to go in the game. Tied up at 1. Somerville. Ryan Moss gets there for the Trojans, sends it up the boards for Wilson. Wilson across to Tanner. Tanner and Somerville into the offensive zone for the Trojans. A lot of defense there on Tanner. Oh, but he manages to stay with the puck. Tries to go to the middle with it, and Peters all over him. He's going to have to go behind the back. Looking for Somerville. Now Wilson skating up to get there, but Peters able to push it out of the zone. Nate Regal on it now. He's got to back it up. Send it off the glass for Wilson, but it gets stolen. Now Peters dumping it in. Chased down by Moss. The race to the corner. Looks like Finley got there first. Sends it out of the zone, but sent it right back in by Peters, and that's going to be icing. And we'll come back this way. .9:37 to go in the second period. Tied up at 1. Shots 23-18 in favor of Peters. Oh no, we're not gonna. It's not an icing call. Face off here just outside the defensive zone. Nathan Marshall on the draw. Back to Hobart. Slides past him just a bit. He's going to have to take it deeper. Savage at the steal. Up for Fleckner. Fleckner on the run. Turner Merrill chasing it as fast as he can, but couldn't quite get there. We'll get an icing. Swisher on the face-off, puck to the near corner. Comes out in favor of Peters. Stearns sends it up for Schramko. Now Schramko pulls it off the wall. He's got a look. Shot and save. Puck to the wall. Savage gets there, sends it to the corner. That was a good look for Schramko. Goalie had a good angle on it, though. Puck into the neutral zone, and Peters brings it down. Looks like got our first penalty of the game. It's going to go against Noah Schramko for a cross check. So we make it all the way to 8:48 in the third before the first penalty of the game is called. No complaints here, but that one, a cross check assessed to Noah Schramko, and Peters Township will be on the power play. Penalty kill unit for the Trojans is Somerville, Phillips, Regal, and Nathan Marshall. Somerville, though, with an opportunity here, shorthanded. He's going to, he loses the puck. That one goes off the referee and manages to get it into offensive territory.
2 minutes, cross check.
Somerville had a nice push into offensive territory there, shorthanded, but didn't have a good angle, so he just kind of held it up a little bit. Peters playing it behind the Finley net. Not a whole lot of puck movement. Feeling out the defense here. Now, Nathan Marshall missing on that exit attempt. Back behind the net, Colt Phillips is going to pin it. Pulled out by Peters. Now it's Colt Phillips again. He's got it pinned against the board. Regal in to help. That shot saved by Russell, and then Colin Somerville able to clear it out for the Trojans. 45 seconds or so to go on the Peters power play. The triple P, as we call it here. Ryan Moss with a nice steal, and he's going to send it up the boards. Turner Merrill trying to get it out of the zone, but kept in. 33 seconds remaining on the penalty kill for the Trojans. Right now it's Moss, Tanner, Merrill, and Savage. Savage clearing that one out. 22 seconds left on the power play. Savage read that one all the way, held it up. Six seconds left on the power play. Puck to the corner. Ryan Moss all over the puck. Nice work there, and that's going to do it. Trojans back to full strength. Ryan Moss held up. Got a 3-on-2 here, and bad shot there by the Peters player. He had a good look at the net. Russell was in position, ready to take a shot, and it never went anywhere near him. Puck up high and to the back of the neutral zone. Noah Schramko with the steal on the near side. That was a good penalty kill for the Trojans, by the way. Schramko into the offensive zone. Drop pass for Stearns. Stearns. His shot deflected. Now Schramko over to Swisher. Picked up by Peters in their own ends. Pass through to the middle. That's going to head down for Russell to cover. Face off in the Finley ends. Just under 6 minutes remaining in the game. Tied up at 1. Somerville on the face-off. Puck into the neutral zone. Collected by Peters. Everybody. Both Wilson and Halbert missed on that one. And puck loose behind the Finley net. Somerville gets there, but it gets poked away. Now it's Caleb Halbert. Up the wall. Picks it up himself. Going to bring it up the far side. Looks like he's trying to get it to Wilson around the boards. He does. Wilson trying to center it. Nobody there. And Peters back on the counter. This guy's fast. Number 92. Colin Somerville with the steal. No icing. Somerville and Wilson both chasing to the corner. Wilson gets there first. Nice pass over to Tanner. Tanner. Oh, man. Tanner put it right on Wilson's stick, but it got caught up on the defender. Good pass from Tanner to Draven Wilson. Finley with some good pressure into the offensive zone on this possession. Now it's poked back into the neutral zone. Sam Swisher looking to send it back to the defense, but didn't realize they were in the middle of a change. Nate Regal over to Savage. Savage up for Swisher. Swisher sends it to the corner, chased by Stearns. Four and a half to go. Stearns in the corner. I know they're not, but gosh, there seem to be a lot more white jerseys out there than blue. Nate Regal puts that one side of the net. Shramko with a steal and comes out on one knee, but with the puck. Gets back up, still in control. Good pass over to Stearns. Stearns puts it toward net, tips. Oh, that was close off the stick of Shramko. Shramko recovers it. That one deflects off the stick of the defender. AJ Savage got a stick on it. He sends it over to Simon Tanner on the far side. Tanner, he looks and centers it for Somerville. Somerville puts it in! Colin Somerville off the pass from Simon Tanner. That one, goalie made what he thought was a save and then wasn't able to completely stop the puck's momentum, and it trickled in far side. Colin Somerville gives the Trojans the lead with 3:46 to go in the game. 2-1 the score. Great play. Good pass from Simon Tanner as well as the pass to Simon Tanner. I can't remember who made that original pass, but they'll get that second assist, I'm sure. They'll announce it here in the rink. Puck pinned in the corner. 3 Trojans tied up, 2 Indians.
Goal by number 23, Colin Somerville, assisted by number 21, AJ Savage, and number 29, Simon Tanner.
AJ Savage with the original pass out to Tanner, and then Tanner feeding Somerville in front of the net. Somerville shooting, and momentum of the shot got through the goalie's initial save and trickled in. So assists to Savage and Tanner. Goal to Somerville. Now with under 3 minutes to go, Somerville in the neutral zone, pushing it forward. Peters turns it around. Sam Swisher on it now. He dumps it in as Finley completes the line change. It's going to be icing. We'll come back down. .236 to go in the game. Trojans are up 1. Sam Swisher in on the faceoff. Back out to Regal. Regal around the boards to Shramko. And back around to Regal. Regal. Shot goes a little wide, all the way out to the far side. Savage gets there, puts it around the boards. Now Swisher has to reverse it. Trickles out to the far corner. Peters recovers into the neutral zone. Savage picks it up and dumps it into the corner. Trojans will change out the front line. We'll see the Somerville, Tanner, Wilson line out now. Kept in by Savage. That was a good play. And now Noah Shramko swinging around. Oh, his shot almost went in. See both Tanner and Shramko on the ice now, so 4 typically forwards. Draven Wilson on now. Tanner touches it up to Somerville. Somerville to the corner. 1.5 minutes remaining. The dangerous Peters Township team, as we see right here. Colt Phillips sending it around and out. Simon Tanner poking it out. Now Colin Somerville pushing into the offensive zone. Oh, his shot was deflected, but he gets it back. Puts it on, not quite on net, but into the glove of the Peters goaltender. 1:08 remaining in the game. Finley closing in on evening up the shots on goal. 22 shots on goal for the Trojans, 24 for Peters. Swisher on the face-off. Puck kept in the zone by Stearns. But then, oh no, I thought it was going to be iced, but referee said it was touched. Seth Russell hands off to Hobart. Some pressure coming in from Peters. He sends it off the boards. Picked up by Stearns at the blue line. Stearns dumps it in. Empty net at the moment for Peters. Philly bringing pressure. Schramko sends it around the board. Savage now. 30 seconds to go. Puck battle on the boards. Peters looks like they're going to have a chance to bring it up here. Again, empty net, 19 seconds remaining. Steal by Savage. Puck to the center. Shot and goal by Peters with 9 seconds to go. We'll go to the tape. Looked like it could have been offsides as they brought it into the offensive zone. But an empty net goal, a goal after pulling the goalie for Peters. Township ties it up at 2 with 9 seconds remaining. Somerville on the faceoff. 3 seconds left, 2-1. That's going to do it for this one. So a tie.
Goal scored by number 7, Zach Palmieri, assisted by number 46, Drew Alexander, number 52, Matthew Scobart. Our sheets player of the game is number 7, Zach Palmieri.
So a tie that kind of feels like a loss here for the Trojans as Peters gets a goal with 9 seconds remaining to tie it up. So each team will receive 2.5 points in the standings for that one. Good game, good competitive game. Only one penalty. The shots are pretty even, 24-22. So a good matchup, and I wouldn't be surprised. These two teams could very well meet in the playoff round of this tournament. So we'll see. Coming up next, 9 a.m. tomorrow, right here, Trojans will take on McDowell High School out of Pennsylvania. Also the Trojans, so join us then. Final score, Trojans 2, Peters Township also 2. Thanks for watching.